Violet May Handmade. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Samantha, and we're a mother and daughter who love all things sewing.
So today we're here with our Friday Sews video for the 16th of February.
Yes.
So we've got a couple of finished things, a couple of failures.
It's certainly been an interesting week in the sewing room.
So we're going to kick off with our new look 6262. So we spoke about wanting to make this in our last video, and I've completed mine. So this is it here. The smallest size on this pattern is a US size 10, and I made a knit dress about a year ago.
Yeah.
It has like a tie in the front, it's a new look, and it started as a 10 as well. So I kind of assumed that the new look 10s ran really small. So I thought that this dress would be fine, but it really just doesn't fit me at all. It's too big, like in the bodice and everywhere, really. But it does fit Mum, so this has gone to her. So I hope you like it.
I do, Caitlin.
But the fabric is really nice. So it's like this teal cotton rayon blend. So it's got the like fairly straight fit bodice with like the boat neck and then the nice gathered skirt. And in terms of like the actual dress, I'm really happy with it. It's just a little bit disappointing that it doesn't fit me, but it's nice that it fits you. So. But what I think that I'm going to do is, because I like the style of this dress with the gathered skirt and the sleeves, I'm actually going to use the bodice from this pattern, which I've made before, so I know that it fits me really nicely. So I'm going to use that and then sort of like amalgamate it with that one. So I've got the bodice from this one and then like the skirt, probably the sleeves, and I might even try and like alter this neck so that it's more like the boat neck from the 6262. So I'm really happy that that's going to be okay.
I think that'll work really well.
Yeah, because I really want like the sort of like gathered dress style, and I might like they're sort of like fairly rectangular-ish shapes for the gathered skirt, so I might like narrow those down a little bit so that when they're put on the smaller bodice it's not quite as gathered.
Yes, you may have to do that.
But I think that could actually potentially work out really well.
I think so. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to like experiment with that and hopefully find something that works.
My 6262 was just not at all successful. I've had a lot of trouble with it. I opted to make the size 12, which was a mistake because I'm really only a 10 in the top half and I need a 12 in the bottom half. So the bodice is too big, and when I tried it on, I just don't like it. I don't know whether it's the fabric or not really sure. But the other problem that I've discovered, well, it's not really a problem. I've discovered that I have a short waist. Why I have not discovered that before, I don't know. But because of the fact of where the pattern sits, the skirt ends up quite right on my hips and it just does not look nice. So I now need to shorten the waist position for my dresses. One thing I am really excited about is I had to join two pieces of the fabric together because the fabric was only 90 centimeters wide and the skirt panel wouldn't fit in there. So I've never actually made anything before that has a pattern that you need to match. I managed to match the pattern down the front absolutely perfectly. Like you wouldn't even know there was a join there. And I'm so proud of myself because I've never done anything like it before. The other thing with this dress, because you have to pattern match it, it is so time consuming to get the sides to match up and get everything to match up. So I just have not enjoyed making this dress at all, and it doesn't fit anyway, so I don't know. I don't think this pattern is for me. I've decided I just don't like it. Even though Caitlin's version that she made for me looks quite nice, it's not a dress I'm going to make again.
So the next thing I made was a little bit like on an impulse. So this is the McCall 7839. So it's sort of like a sweatshirty style top. So this was one of our 10 like making plans.
Yeah.
So Mum does not like sewing with knit fabrics.
Not really, no.
So I decided that I would make this for her. So it's in this really nice like grey with hearts, like French terry. So I cut this out in the size medium because you want it to be like a slouchy sort of
Yeah, I do want it
oversized
tight.
fit. So that's it there. And then midway through making it, Mom says to me, "Oh, I'd really like sort of like the ribbing around the necks because I made view A, which is that one down there. On that one, you don't actually have like bands. It's just like turned over at the hem, the neckline, and the sleeves.
Yeah.
So I managed to sort of draft a neck band, sleeve cuffs, and a hemband. So we had this piece of like sort of like ribbing. It's like a dark purpley sort of colour, and what I did was like 80% of the total width, and then added a bit of seam allowance, and that seemed to work pretty well. I did that the same for all of it, and then in terms of the widths, like I just sort of used whatever I had in the fabric, like because there wasn't a huge amount there. So I think that worked out pretty well, actually.
You've done an amazing job. Really
Yeah.
clever. Yeah.
However, since making this, I've tried this one on, and even if I was making it, I'd probably make the extra small, but this sleeve shape, I would say like it's like midway between a bat wing and like a drop shoulder, I guess.
Shoulder, is it? It's just quite a wide armhole.
And I don't really think it suits me. I think it
No.
just kind of like swamps me.
Yeah.
So I've actually decided that I'm not going to make my version of that pattern. I'm probably going to find a different project for that fabric.
Yeah.
Because it looks really nice on you, but I just don't think it's really nice.
I love it, yeah.
But the other thing that I have to say is I don't think that I would ever buy any more French terry ever again. It was awful. Like when I was like putting the like cuffs on, like it like frays and like the bits like come away, and it was awful. I had to usually I would have just gone straight around with the overlocker, but it just kept fraying, and so I had to like baste it on first and then go with the overlocker, and it was just awful. So I'm never gonna buy French terry again. I don't know, I just it's nice to wear and everything, but it was a bit of a pain to sew. But overall, I'm really happy with the finished thing.
I'm very pleased that I didn't attempt to sew it.
Yeah, well, I think that could have been a bit of a disaster.
Yes.
Because I ended up having to put this neckline in like 3 times because I was doing a fairly small seam. I don't know, it's just a whole bit of a debacle, but
Worked out well in the end.
definitely.
One of my mum's friends has a birthday coming up, so she asked me if I could make a book cozy and a bookmark for her. I decided to use this pear fabric that I've had in my stash for ages. I just love it. I think this was just the perfect project for it. And then I used a navy sort of spot as the pocket, and I've just used a plain fabric on the inside. I was really proud of it, and I took it over to Caitlin and I showed her my finished book cozy, and then she informed me that I'd put the button on the wrong way. It's actually supposed to be on the back, but I don't think anyone will notice, and it still will work perfectly well, so yes. And then I've just got the little matching corner bookmark. So I think that will just make a lovely gift, and hopefully she'll be happy with it.
So I've also managed to finish my English tea dress. So I think I showed this last time, and all I had to do was the zipper and the hem.
Yes.
So I've done that now. So this time I cut short sleeves, but because last time I'd done like the mid-length sleeves, I didn't bother tracing out a new piece, I just guessed. So they're actually sort of like quite a long short sleeve, but I think it does look quite nice.
It's perfect.
It's on,
Yeah, that looks really nice.
So on the hem, I decided to do something a little bit different. So I've added this white bias binding with like multicolored flowers on it. And I just thought that was something a little bit different. You can't really see it when I'm walking, but I thought it was just a cute little detail to be able to add.
It's really sweet. Last time I mentioned that I was going to put some lace on the bottom of my Miranda tee inspired by a shirt that we'd seen in the stores. So I gathered it up and pinned it on just to see whether I was going to like it before I sewed it. So I love the look of it. I think it looks really nice, but now it's made it quite a lot longer, and where the frill sits is right on my hips, and I feel as though it is not very flattering, so I'm going to have to shorten the top to then put the lace on. I also think perhaps the lace was a little bit full. Maybe I need to reduce the amount of
I think especially in the back.
gather. Yeah, the back wasn't very flattering, but I do like the look of it though, but I've just got to fiddle around with it and get it more how I want it.
Yeah. I think just like a little bit needs to be taken out of it.
What did I do? I did 1.5.
I think you did a little bit over
1.5,
times.
yeah. So that's actually, I think, a little too much,
Mm.
yeah. One of our New Year plans was to make the 6696. Caitlin has made it before and I haven't. So we're going to make the pink version there, which is view B. After my revelations of my short waist, I think that actually will be quite flattering, this style. And I will have to shorten the waist, I think, though. But so this week we're going to work on that and hopefully get a dress that I like. So the fabric that I'm using is this peach rayon with a corally flower on it. So I'm really looking forward to this make, and I hope that now that I have worked out the problem with my waist, I should be able to get a better fit.
And then the fabric for mine is this cream floral rayon here. So I'm actually considering putting a different sleeve on this version than the little cap sleeves on the pattern. Like, that's the only version that's on there is the little cap sleeves. But I'm thinking maybe like short sleeves.
Yeah, that could be nice.
Maybe more like the 6262 sleeves.
Yeah. On our quest to find the perfect dress, we have been through our patterns this week and pulled out some that we're going to try to see if we can get something that we're happy with and fits nicely. So the first one that I'm looking at is the B6586. I think this one could be quite flattering because it has like the empire line up the top, and then over your tummy area it has some nice stitching detail, and then it sort of just falls away from there. So I'm quite liking the look of that one. So the next one I'm thinking of is the B6678. So I think this one, the blue one, not the red one, I think that this could be quite flattering as well. So that sort of has, yeah, falls straight down from under the bust, and then the gathers are not near my hips. So I'm thinking that one could be quite nice as well. And then the third one is the B6850, just the plain princess line dress. So they are the ones I'm going to try next to see if I can find my perfect dress.
And then the three that I'm thinking about are firstly the B6676 dress. So this is like a really cute like sleeveless one with different options for what you want around the waist. I am sort of in between like both of them. I really like both of them.
They are both. They're really pretty. I think they look great on you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this. They're a little bit different to anything I've done before.
Yes.
I think they'll be really nice.
Well, that actually
that one.
that one there is actually quite similar to the knit dress with the tie in the front. Yeah.
And then the next one is the V1952. So this is a knit wrap dress actually. I'm really only interested probably in the pink version. I'm not like a huge fan of the pencil one because I worry about how much like wrap will be underneath.
Yes.
Whereas with the flared one I feel like there will be more wrap.
A bit more fullness.
Yeah, so that it doesn't, split. But yeah, I'm excited about that one. And then lastly, I've got the B6849, which is one of those tissue fitting ones, which is also the third one that Mum showed.
Yeah, it is.
I think that possibly could be best because, like, you'll be able to hopefully get a good fit.
I hope so. That seems to be the idea of it, doesn't it? To help you use the tissue to fit properly.
And I'm really specifically interested in this dress because I feel like it's just a really nice basic dress to be able to showcase different like pieces of fabric. So that's all we've got to share with you today.
Yes. Hopefully we'll have a more productive week.
Hopefully we'll get a bit more done.
Yes. So until next time, happy sewing.